Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I hope you're doing really well. So today I am going to share with you my top of the top, best of the best creme de la creme of my cold weather vanilla fragrances. Obviously there are so many different types of vanilla fragrances. You've got your light and airy ones, which I save for summer. You've got your dark, deep, smoky ones. You've got your sweet, edible ones. Some are more boozy, some are more aromatic, and I've got a little bit of a mix in this video of vanilla fragrances that I think will work for everybody in the cooler weather. So hopefully there will be something that resonates with you in this video. Also, I really try to keep this video to 10 fragrances. I didn't quite manage. I think I've got like 12 or 13 in here, and there are more that I just think are incredible that I want to share with you. So I'm going to do a separate video for TikTok on that. But for now, here are my absolute top cold weather vanilla fragrances. So let's get into it. Obviously, I'll link all of these fragrances in the description box for you so you can find them really easily as always. I'm going to start this off with a fragrance that I have raved about quite a bit recently, and it is Almond Jane Vanille des Afriques. This is easily one of my favourite fragrance launches of the year. The vanilla in this fragrance has a very natural, raw sort of vibe to it. It's almost slightly bitter. It doesn't have a lot of sweetness, which I absolutely love, and it's blended with orris, so it has this gorgeous balmy quality. It's almost buttery. It's slightly powdery, slightly woody, and it's just ultra sophisticated and ultra refined. It's quite a formal scent, but if that's your vibe, I easily see this being a signature scent for the cooler weather. It would work in so many different situations, but I feel like this does require a dressed up sort of outfit. I absolutely love this fragrance. It is blended to perfection. Next, on the opposite end of the spectrum, we have a super fun fragrance. This is Maison Mataha Escapade Gourmand. This went viral on TikTok. It absolutely had to be in this video. It is the quintessential vanilla girl fragrance. The vanilla girlies on TikTok lost their minds for this fragrance, and I 100% see why. This is your sugary, sweet, edible vanilla fragrance. It has a sort of creme brulee vibe to it, or creme caramel. It's got a brown sugar note. It's very delicious, and this is incredible worn by itself. It also is amazing for layering if you want to add a vanilla sweetness to any fragrance. I mean, this works amazingly layered with floral fragrances, with deeper vanillas, just to lift them a little bit. It's such an incredible fragrance. This is from Edulge. If you live in the UK and you haven't checked out Edulge, they're a website and they stock fragrances that are otherwise quite difficult to find in the UK. They are the official stockist for Maison Mataha in the UK, so if you've been struggling to find some brands, definitely check out Edulge because they stock some amazing brands. Also from Edulge, I have Vanille Irresistible from Edinist. This fragrance is so decadent and indulgent. It's a gourmand, but it's not overly gourmand. It has this really deep, dark vanilla. It's blended with powdery iris. It has a rum note, so it has a touch of booziness, and it has this chocolatey quality. It's just very, very indulgent and rich. This kind of brings to mind for me, imagine you are at a Michelin star restaurant. You are wearing your favourite little black dress, the lighting is quite dim, everything's very suave, and you've just ordered dessert. You've ordered some sort of vanilla chocolatey dessert, and the waiter comes over, he pours rum over your dessert, he sets it on fire, he does the whole thing. You're being absolutely catered for, and the whole experience is just lovely. That is what this fragrance smells like. It doesn't smell like just the dessert itself, it smells like that entire experience. It's ultra decadent, very like sophisticated, suave, and just delicious. Next up is Amouage Material. This is a rich, creamy, ambery vanilla. It's got a hint of smoky incense in there. It's got a woody feel to it. There's a touch of oud in here. It's got a slight resinous feel. Again, this is very opulent. This for me is for when I'm dressed up to the nines. I want to show out. It's very sort of unisex as well. This doesn't have a lot of sweetness. It is sweet. You get that vanilla sweetness, but it's not overly sweet. Very sophisticated, very refined, and blended to absolute perfection. This will fill a room and last for days on you as well. It's incredible. Next I have Silky Woods by Goldfield & Banks. This is your sexy, sexy vanilla. This is sweet. It's rich, it's indulgent, but it's got cinnamon, it's got saffron, it's got a gorgeous suede feel to it, and it's got some woodiness underneath everything. This is quite an accessible fragrance, but you still get that very niche quality, which is what I love about this. I get a lot of compliments when I wear this one, and it has a sort of softer scent profile. It doesn't project enormously or anything, but it's just very inviting. I feel like it's one of those fragrances that really draws people in. This would be perfect for a date or like an evening out. Next, I have Carlisle by Parfum de Marly. I picked this up and I was like, do you know what? Do also love Altair. I wear Altair a lot and it is one of my favourite vanillas, but when I put it side by side with Carlisle, for me, Carlisle just, it takes the cake. This to me is the superior fragrance, so I'll focus on Carlisle. This is an extremely decadent fragrance. It has a woody quality. The vanilla is rich, it's dark, it's creamy. This has patchouli, there's some nutmeg in here. It's ultra sophisticated, it's refined. I honestly feel like this is an absolute gift to the world of perfumery. It is an absolute masterpiece. I just feel like there's no denying that this is one of the best fragrances in the entire world. I love it with my entire heart. It's very unisex as well, so when I wear this it makes me feel very femme fatale. It gives me that dark feminine energy, but on a man this would smell so sophisticated and suave. It's so great in cold weather. It really cuts through the cold, and the vanilla in here also has this almost white chocolatey feel to it. It's just incredible, and I could sit here and sing Carlisle's praises all day long. I love this fragrance so much. If you haven't tried this, you just need to try it. Even if it's a fragrance that you wouldn't necessarily wear yourself, because it has a very strong character. I think it takes a certain type of personality to pull this fragrance off. Even if it's a fragrance that you're like, yeah, that's not really for me, I'm sure you would be able to appreciate the scent itself, because the quality of this fragrance is just top tier. It's absolutely incredible, and I love wearing this so much in cold weather. Also, I would just love to smell this on a man. I've never actually smelled a man wearing this before, but I feel like it would just send me to another dimension. It is incredible. Next, we have a fragrance which you know was going to be in this video. If you know me, you know how much I love Absolute Aphrodisiac from Initio. This is your carnal, sexy vanilla fragrance. This is when you want to feel super seductive. This is a dark, creamy vanilla. It has an almost powdered chocolatey sort of feel. It's got a slight hint of dirtiness just underneath everything. It's not overly animalic, but it's just a little touch, and it just adds this raunchiness to the fragrance, and I live and breathe for this. It again has a sort of softer scent profile, which it just sort of draws people in. Like, people get a whiff of this and they just want to get near you and keep on smelling it. It's absolutely incredible, and this is for when you want to smell ultra seductive on a date. If you're going on a date and it's maybe like a third date, you know what I mean? This is your fragrance. Next up is another fragrance that is easily one of the best vanilla fragrances in the world. It is Ivory Root by Xerjoff. This is from Xerjoff's Join the Club collection. So for this collection, they don't officially release the notes, so nobody actually knows what the notes are, but what I get from this fragrance is a rich, deep vanilla with a very spicy feel and a very woody feel. There's definitely some patchouli in here. It's absolutely show-stopping. If you want to walk into a room and everybody just look at you, this is the fragrance. It turns heads. It is so opulent and it is so distinguished. It's got a lot of character again, and it's not a fragrance for the meek and mild. You have to own a room when you are wearing this fragrance. It also demands an outfit that matches its vibe. You need to be wearing the outfit, you know, like the outfit, and you've got your hair done and your makeup and you top it off with this fragrance and you walk into a room and everyone's like, who is she? This is your fragrance. Next we have YSL Baby Cat. Can we take a moment for the fact that it looks like I haven't even really worn this? When I wear this, I wear like 2-3 sprays max because it is strong. It will last forever on your skin, on your clothes, and it's going to fill an entire room. I really go light with this one. I call this my bad bitch vanilla. It just brings out a side of me that, do you know what I mean? Like, it brings out this little attitude. I absolutely love this fragrance. It is a gorgeous, sweet, deep vanilla. It's got a smoky incense note, but it's got a lot of incense in, so it has this very sort of smoky quality to it. It is quite a sweet fragrance, and it has a suede note, which is stunning. It's got black pepper. Ultra refined, but there's just something naughty about this fragrance. Not in an animalic way, just the vibe. It gives me like black leather jacket and a red lip sort of vibe, you know? It's great for a night out. Absolutely love this on a night out. And again, this gets a lot of compliments. This, I think, is easier to get a hold of these days. I didn't mention this for a really long time because it was so difficult to get a hold of when it first launched that you guys would get like annoyed at me when I would mention it because you really wanted it. But I feel like it's a lot easier to get hold of now. I will, of course, link it below with all the other fragrances. But I would recommend, if you can't get your hands on this, Penhaligon's have one called Oh the Audacity, which is very, very similar. I feel like it's probably inspired by this. Also an incredible fragrance, but I've got to mention Baby Cat over that fragrance just because I feel like that was inspired by this, and Baby Cat is just beautiful. Insulo by Jeroboam is such a stunning vanilla fragrance. It's very, very high quality but quite simple. You really are just getting vanilla. It's rounded out by jasmine and musk, but they really are just there to round the fragrance out. This is very vanilla centric. It is a warm, dense, creamy vanilla. It almost has a sort of milky quality to it. It's quite sweet. It's got a sort of chocolatey, almost coffee-ish feel to it. It's got a bit of a woody feel, and it is just stunning. I find this to be really delicious. It makes me feel very edible and I love it. Next up is another masterpiece and another fragrance that's absolutely going to fill up a room. I wear like 2 sprays of this fragrance. Honestly, it's so strong. This is Nishane Annie. This is a stunning, slightly aromatic vanilla fragrance with spicy ginger. It's got cardamom in it, which adds that sort of aromatic quality to it. And it's just stunning. It's got this sort of, like, it's almost like a blanket. It's got this very comforting, cozy, enveloping feel, but it's also extremely luxurious, and I just absolutely love it. This is another one that works incredibly well when the weather is cold. You know, like on a super cold day, like 0-degree weather, this is what I am going to pull for. It is insanely good. Now, I feel like you can't mention vanilla without mentioning Kayali. Kayali have a few incredible vanilla fragrances. Of course, they have their original Vanilla 28, but I wear that fragrance all year round, not just in cold weather. But one from them that I do wear just in the cold weather is their Oudgasm Vanilla Oud 36. This is stunning in cooler weather. This has a sort of very creamy, sweet vanilla-y feel. It's got a spiciness to it, and it's got a touch of oud. So the oud in here is really not overpowering or anything. It just adds this gorgeous woodiness to the fragrance. It's got a sort of dark feel to it, but it's just so festive. It smells very festive to me, and I feel like it's the spiciness that's giving me that feel, and I just absolutely love it. Love, love, love this. Like I said, I do have more vanilla fragrances that I love for this time of year, so I'll share those over on TikTok. Be sure to be following me over there. It's just Kate's Beauty Station, and I will of course link all of these fragrances down below for you. If you have any you would add to this list, please let me know what they are, and give the video a cheeky little thumbs up as always if you enjoyed it, guys, and hopefully I'll catch you in my next one. Bye!